Tonight, the chief executive of British Airways tells me customers will be recompensed after their credit card data was stolen from the BA website and servers. In all, it's believed 380,000 customers have been affected. Their card numbers, expiry dates, and even security codes were all stolen over the course of 2 weeks. British Airways says it will compensate anyone who loses money as a result. Shares in BA's parent company IAG, listed in Madrid and London, finished more than 1% lower, although it had been off as much as 3% at one stage. On Quest Express, the chief executive of British Airways said an investigation is underway.
BA.com has been running for more than 20 years, and we've never had a data breach of this particular type. What we do know is we now have teams that are working together with our national crime agency and a very large team of actual forensic experts that are going through to try to understand exactly what happened. But our focus remains with our passengers. We want to make sure that they feel comfortable, all their concerns are being addressed. As you mentioned before, if any of them have actually suffered any financial loss as a consequence of this event, we will compensate them.
Do you know if anyone has had any loss so far? Has anyone been in touch with you to say, yes, they have actually, there has been identity theft or dishonest transactions?
We've spoken to a handful of passengers who are trying to understand what some charges in their credit card may be, but at the moment we don't have any verified accounts of fraud. But we will continue to work with them. We are interested. We want to be able to be with them when that happens. And again, we will compensate them if they have suffered a financial loss as a consequence of this data theft.
The public watching globally will be asking the question, and it's not just to you, Alex, it'd be to any CEO in your situation in a consumer-facing organization. How does this keep happening? What is it that you're not doing or that maybe law enforcement needs to do? How does this happen?
I think it's difficult for me to comment at this particular time on some really interesting and very wide subject like that. I think, I'm afraid, my focus at the moment are my customers. We need to pay attention to what the particular concerns that they have. We need to help them through this process. I think there'll be time later, perhaps, to think about what else the industry at large could we be doing. What I do know is that British Airways has been investing on technology more and more over all the recent years. We're absolutely committed to hiring the very best technology skills in the marketplace. That's what has allowed us to have a website that has not been breached like it has been over the last couple of weeks, and our intent is to continue doing so. So yes, lots of questions, and we expect to hear from the investigation how all of this can be neutralized further.
And just to finally to confirm, BA undertakes it will compensate passengers for what's happened and for how it's happened.
Yes, we need to make sure that our passengers' concerns are addressed. So, if any of our passengers' personal financial data, credit card data, has been used fraudulently, we will compensate for that particular expense. There's absolutely no doubt that we will be with them throughout this process.
And finally, I understand your concentration and focus is on customers, but as the chief executive of British Airways, how much of a reputational risk, how much damage do you think this will cause to BA's reputation?
Richard, just 2 weeks ago, we became 99 years of age. Our absolute objective is to connect Britain to the world and the world to Britain. We do this with a fantastic team of 45,000 professionals. We've gone through a lot. We will be working very hard with our customers, all of our customers, to make sure we get through this successfully.